Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, and today we have a guest day, so we are going to jump directly into our live interview. We'll do our usual hellos in a little while, but today I'm very happy to have Luis Leal and Christian Torres from Farm Fresh PV as our guests. They reached out to us last week. They told us, we want to connect with your audience. And because we're all about creating connections here between the English-speaking community and the wonderful things that we can find in the Bay, I'm very happy to have Luis and Christian join us in the show. Good morning, guys. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Paco.
Very good. Very good, Paco. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Excellent. Well, tell us a little bit about Farm Fresh PV. For anybody that has never heard of you, please tell us what you're all about.
Okay, Paco. Well, this is a project that came to my mind a few years ago, but I didn't have the opportunity to land it. And a few months ago, I was talking with Christian about the idea that I had in the past, and he said, "You know what? Why don't we just do it right now? Because of the COVID-19, a lot of people is doing their purchases online, right? So we put all of our work together in less than 3 weeks. We get the project going. We have the website done in less than a week. Everything was really, really fast, and it's been really, really good. We have a really good experience so far dealing with our customers, and I think we already have a lot of clients very, very happy. And we are also happy because we feel that it's going to be a very good business.
I had a chance to take a look at the website yesterday. I had visited it before, but yesterday I gave me the opportunity to take a closer look at the website. And I can see that you are selling fresh produce, but you're also selling all kinds of cooked meals that people can shop for to enjoy at home. Where are you getting all your supplies from?
Well, the supplies, we get them locally. We shop in a lot of places like in Bahía de Banderas, in Puerto Vallarta, El Tuito, Mezcales, with all the local farms. And about the meals that we have in our website, they are vegan products that we buy here from a guy here in Puerto Vallarta. They are 100% made here. And the reason why we decided to put those products in our website is because we want to have a little bit more options for people that like vegans and vegetarian people. And to be honest with you, it's been a great product to offer, because a lot of people that tried already, they really, really like it.
This is wonderful, and it's particularly wonderful because there are so many people right now in the Puerto Vallarta area that are concerned about going out. So it is nice that you are doing the delivery yourselves to people's homes. What kind of measures have you set in place to ensure that clients can shop from you with confidence, knowing that everything is clean and handled according to the COVID-19 safety guidelines?
Yeah, you know what, Paco, that is a great question. We are cleaning and sanitizing all of our reusable bags that we are providing to our clients. Basically, we are not using a plastic bags. We have a cloth bag with our logo on it. So we give you the bag, it's clean and sanitized. And we are also wearing our masks and gloves.
And that's excellent. And how can people best connect with you? Is it through the website, or do you have a shop where people can go and find your products? How can people decide what they want to buy?
Well, we have many different ways so people can reach us. They can do it through Facebook. They can do it through WhatsApp. Also in the website. So we check all day long. We check all of our social media and our website. So we are in touch with the people. We send them messages. So we're all 24/7, literally.
Well, you guys need to get some sleep at some point. Now, I imagine This is something that has worked out for you during the pandemic. What were you guys doing before you decided to embark with Farm Fresh PV? What made you turn to fresh produce?
Well, we used to work, both of us, in the hotel industry. But the main reason why we decided to do this is because right when the COVID-19 started, basically we were not able to work anymore. And that's how we decided to start this project.
And we don't know when we're going back to work, so nobody knows. So we need to start doing something and help the people also. So we're doing both.
That's excellent. And about how many orders are you selling per week, per day? And what parts of the Bay are you distributing your products to?
Okay, well, it's funny, but when we start, right now we have almost 2,000 followers in our social media, which is great for less than a month. The first week we were very excited and we were thinking that we were going to have like 100 orders. And the first week we had only 4, which it was okay, right? But the funny part is that the second week we got almost 30 orders. And this week is going really, really good too. So our goal is to have between 10 to 15 orders a day. So that can keep us busy and we can handle a living. We can handle it, right?
This is wonderful.
We deliver from Puerto Vallarta area, Nuevo Vallarta area, La Cruz de Guanacaxtle, Sayulita, San Pancho, their area, all the way to Mismaloya.
What is it that you can tell the people that are joining us today in terms of, I mean, why would the people watching today, why should they choose to shop from you and not from other sources? What makes you special?
Okay, well, I think what it makes us special is, number one, we are very focused on the quality and the customer service. We want to make our clients feel happy to see us every day we deliver their orders. For me, that is very important. Number two, I think the quality of our product is by far way better than the produce that you can find in the other like big supermarkets, right? And number three, the prices are very competent. So we are making sure that we are providing the best price and the best quality.
Now, I think I would add a number 4 to that. And this number 4 is particularly important to the audience here. And that is the fact that you both speak English. But let me ask you something. The people that are handling your social media, the person that is answering the telephone and so forth and so on, does that staff or also speak English, or is it you guys that are answering the phone?
Most of the time is me. We are switching. But that's something that I told to Christian since the first day. For me, I used to be a business owner, so my number one thing is the customer service, the customer experience. So even if the company grow in the next few months, and if we have to hire more people, it's something that myself or he is gonna be doing. We don't want to have somebody else doing that because we want to be in touch with our clients. We want to build that relationship and work together for a long time if it's possible.
And it's all about trust.
Okay. Now, speaking of trust, let me ask you this. Let's imagine for a second that the pandemic goes away in 6 months or a year. Will you still continue to run Farm Fresh PV?
Yes,
absolutely.
Of course, yeah. Because the reason why I think we have a lot of future, Paco, is most of our clients, they order from, for example, Zona Romantica, Cinco de Diciembre, and a lot of people, they don't have a car, they don't have a vehicle, so it's convenient for them. We can deliver everything in your door. You don't have to worry about going out. Even if the pandemic is over, it's very convenient for a lot of people.
Now, you told me briefly yesterday or the day before that you were planning some kind of special promotion for people that watch Coffee and Headlines on a daily basis. What do you have lined up for Coffee and Headlines viewers?
All right, thank you for the reminder, Paco. But we have a few perks that we want to offer. So basically, if we have orders placed between today and Saturday of this week, If the order is below 750 pesos, we will let our clients choose 1 kilo of potatoes, carrots, zucchinis, eggs, broccoli, or orange. Okay?
Fantastic.
If the order is above 750 pesos, they will able to choose 2 kilos. Okay? But on top of that, from the volume that we sell this week, half of the volume we will donate it to the poor communities around the area.
This is really wonderful, guys. I'm going to make sure that I have all the information from you, your website, your WhatsApp, et cetera, et cetera. If anything, do me a favor and send me all this information through message right after the broadcast, so that I can make sure that I give all the viewers all the information that they need. Just to wrap it up, is there anything last minute that you want to share with the audience about what you're doing or yourselves? Like, one of you was from Guadalajara, right? And the other one of you is Pata Salada?
Yes.
Yes, I'm the Pata Salada one.
He's the Pata Salada. I am from Guadalajara. Well, the last thing that I would like to say, Paco, first of all, thank you very much for giving us the time. It's a pleasure to be here in the broadcast with you. Number two, it's important that the people that place an order just mention that they listen to us in your show. And from me, that's it. I don't know if you have something else to add.
Paco, thank you so much for having us and give us a chance to talk a little bit. And also, please help us with Facebook likes, Instagram, and local, please.
Excellent. Luis Leal and Christian Torres from Farm Fresh PV. It's been a pleasure having you in the show.
Thank you very much, Paco.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is our interview with our friends from Farm Fresh PV. It is a mouthful. I'm going to end the conversation with them and continue with you. And now I can go ahead and say hello to everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. I'm glad to see that you're here with us. And I'm glad that we try to make a connection between local producers and the audience. And speaking of, I want to start by sharing the most wonderful experience that I had yesterday, because it validates a lot of what we're about here at Coffee and Headlines. A good friend of mine visited me from San Sebastián del Oeste, and we decided to go have lunch at Macarenos, the restaurant in Versalles that I've mentioned a couple of times during the broadcasts, because it's very affordable and it's very Mexican, but it's also very clean and very safe and innovative in the way in which they serve Mexican meals like quesadillas and tacos. They use very nice garnishes and such. Anyhow, my friend Octavio and I sat down to eat, and we were enjoying our meal. And halfway through the meal, this very nice man got close to me and said, "I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we are here because of you." And it turned out to be someone that had watched the broadcasting, which we mentioned, the restaurant. He was there with his wife and another couple, and they loved the place. And they said to me that they were going to recommend it. And for me, that is the essence of the community we are, or we want to be, a community in which we share the best of one another. And more on a personal nature, of course, it made me feel that what we're doing here is worth doing. And I'm very, very thankful for these kinds of encounters because, you know, that's what it's all about. Let me take a quick look at some of your comments just to see what you've been up to. I see that Claude was at Hotel Mercurio yesterday. It's nice to see that. Again, it's nice to see that all of you are starting to go out as your comfort level allows. Michal went to Gaby's for 2-for-1 tacos last night. I hope this is Gaby's in El Centro, behind De las Parisinas. It is a wonderful restaurant. Thank you very much for the recommendation. I haven't been there in a while, but it's nice to know that they're up and running. And let's see, what else do we have here? Good morning from Calgary. Hi, Tris. I hope I'm saying your name properly. And I'm so very happy that you enjoy the service from the Fresh Farm PP. Again, they reached out to me. I didn't know about them, but I was happy to have read some comments from you all as far as your experience with them. So this is all wonderful news to me. Stacy, here's a very nice comment from her. Thank you very much. And Paul says he loves seeing local businesses on the show. Well, talk to me, local businesses. If there's somebody that has something wonderful to share, please let me know. It is important to me and to Luna, of course, my kitty cat, who's very attentively watching the broadcast. She loves to participate in everything I do, of course. Right, girl? Yeah, there she is. She's like, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. I don't care about the vegetables. Anyhow, it's very nice to know that you appreciate these types of interviews, and I am so happy to see that you enjoy that. And Catherine, who's been my Macareno buddy for some time, they just had their 1 year anniversary. I found out they had 1 year anniversary, so it's nice to see that that restaurants are starting to do well or continuing to do well as we allow ourselves to venture out more and more. And now that we've gotten that out of the way, I do have some news headlines that I want to share with you. So let's very quickly jump into our headlines for today. Hugo López-Gatell tells us that the epidemic is at its most intense period. He had a meeting with all the governors in the country, and of course this must have been a very complicated meeting because, as we've been reporting, some of the governors are deciding to go on their own paths when it comes to how they handle the epidemic and how they decide what goes and what doesn't go in terms of activities in and out of people's homes. It was a sad day for Puerto Vallarta yesterday. Yesterday, we saw 5 people pass away, 5 deaths and 22 new cases. The governor himself spoke on his Facebook channel, on his Facebook page yesterday, saying that this is only going to get better if we put our own share of what needs to be done. In other words, the science, the numbers, the research can say and can forecast certain things, but if we go out when we shouldn't be going out, we're going to continue permitting the virus to continue to spread. And this has nothing to do with the fact that the new normal started 2 days ago. We have to remember that the incubation period of the virus takes about 15 days. So this is not as a result of the new normal that started yesterday. This is as a result of our relaxing our own guidelines some 2 weeks ago. So what can we do about it? The best thing we can do is to continue to follow safe distance and stay at home guidelines, continue to gently encourage our friends and loved ones to do the same, and continue to carry on just doing the bare necessities out of our homes and coming back. To that effect, it is unfortunate to learn that now San Sebastián del Oeste, a very popular small destination near Puerto Vallarta, now has its first confirmed case. Just yesterday, my friend Octavio and I were talking about what's going on in San Sebastián. He was telling me that the town is pretty much dead. The restaurants are only open for takeout. I asked him, how are people handling the face masks, because I figured in such a remote place, maybe people don't care that much about that kind of stuff. And he told me that face masks are pretty much being faithfully used in San Sebastián del Oeste. In fact, the local government has set up stations at the entrance of town, and they're very reluctant still to let people in and out of town. My friend Octavio had been wanting to come into Puerto Vallarta for some business a week ago, and he was not allowed to leave his own town. So it is unfortunate to see this now happening in San Sebastián del Oeste. As I mentioned to him yesterday, the spread of the virus is inevitable. I mean, sooner or later, it's going to get everywhere. And the best thing that we can do, again, is to continue to take care of ourselves. Back here in town, we see that there have been some reports made on social media to the company that handles our city buses, Unibus PV, because they are allowing people to get on the bus without a face mask. Now, this is something that we can do. If you are a local bus rider and you see people that are being allowed to ride the bus without a face mask, we can go to their social media and make a report. That is a kind of social pressure that is very effective. It doesn't offend anyone. Simply let the company know that we are concerned about our health and the health of others, and we make sure that way that public transportation remains in check as far as our safety is concerned. I also want to comment on safehotels.com. Yesterday, we reported that one hotel in Puerto Vallarta had received this so-called CovidClean certification. I went to look at the website, and yes, the website seems to be a new international entity that goes to hotels and certifies them. I don't know much about this certification. I can tell you that I went to look at the hotels that they call safe, and I didn't see any safe hotels listed on their website that were here in Puerto Vallarta, so I don't know what to tell you about that. They still don't have a lot of hotels following this guideline. And again, I don't know that the guideline is something that we want to or can worry about or not. Last but not least, I want you to know that I was truly saddened to hear bad news this morning, as one of our own community has left us. And this is Joe Guarniere and Joseph Michael Guarniere passed away. He was 72 years of age. We know Joe, and many people know him or knew him as Pizza Joe, because he and his wife Claire came to Puerto Vallarta many, many, many years ago, and they opened a pizza place on Ignacio Vallarta Street, right across the street from where the offices of the Botanical Gardens are now. They started with a pizzeria, a pizza joint. Then they started putting paintings and artwork on their walls, and somehow they found a niche in the way they would curate whatever they would put on their wall. And before they knew it, they figured, well, we don't want to be a pizzeria anymore. We want to be an art gallery. And this is how Galleria Dante was born. I've been aware of the Guarniere family pretty much since I arrived in Puerto Vallarta in 2001 and started working at Vallarta Lifestyles in 2002 in January, because they had been advertisers in Vallarta Lifestyles since the very first issue 15 years prior. And I remember I frequently looked through our old issues of Vallarta Lifestyles, where I served as managing editor for over a decade. And it was fun to see the very first ads that Joe and Claire would put on the magazine for their pizza place. From my initiation at Vallarta Lifestyles, I knew that they were very important clients and part of the Vallarta Lifestyles family, and they will continue to be part of the Vallarta Lifestyles family for the longest time. When Gena, their daughter, Joe and Claire's daughter, decided that she wanted to pursue her fascination with wine, she decided to open her wine bar and restaurant, Vino Dante, right on top of the art gallery. And she was fully supported by her parents. I know that they had struggled for many years, being a loving family to Joe, who passed on through from Parkinson's disease. And I know that it has been a very, very challenging time for them over the past few years. It's been a pleasure and an honor for me to be close to the family, as close as one can get, visiting with them regularly, even after I stopped working at Vallarta Lifestyles. Whenever I find myself in the neighborhood, I always make it a point to stop by and try to say hello to Claire and try to say hello to Gena, because they are people that are members of our community that we should all get to know, whenever it's time to think about the story of Puerto Vallarta and those founding blocks that have been here, as far as the English-speaking community is concerned, I cannot think of more deserving folks. So my heart goes out today to the Guarniere family, and I hope that Joe is watching from wherever he is, making sure that the gallery continues to work, that Gena's restaurant continues to work, and that all is well with our world. My heart goes to them. And I do want to read through some of your comments related to this because, again, it is important to honor Joe's memory. And I'm going to flash some of them over here very quickly. We're sending positive thoughts from Paul as well. It's nice to see your support. Of course, I heard about this through Facebook. I don't know actually if the restaurant or the art gallery are open, but if they are, I'm sure you will enjoy spending some time visiting with them, and I'm sure that they can all enjoy our community support. And it is nice to see some of your own comments here. Claire is one of the reasons why we moved to PV. She is an angel. That pretty much sums it up as far as I'm concerned. They are wonderful people, and it is an honor to know them. And I certainly hope that if you don't, that you will make some time in your lives to get close to them, as they can give you very well grounded appreciation of how this community we call Puerto Vallarta became what it is today. And with that, my friends, we are going to wrap it up today. It is a sad day. It is a day in which we should be mindful of our actions as we go outside. We should continue to be very careful. And we should be mindful of how we take care of our loved ones and how much we share our appreciation to our loved ones. And that's it. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. As always, I'm grateful to be given the opportunity to create connections between you and me and our community and everybody that lives here. We will continue to do this, of course. And I look forward to a very healing live guest that we're going to have on Friday. And we're going to talk about how we can better deal with our stress management, our frustration, and our anger as we are trying to navigate through this very difficult time. Between today and tomorrow, as always, I wish you a wonderful day. Please stay healthy. Please take care of yourselves and one another. Please stay creative, and please stay in touch. Thank you for joining, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.